morning. Greeting from China. I hope everything goes well there. This is Lyndon from Milesight Technical Department. We appreciate everybody joining this Milesight product webinar, especially as this pandemic time. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully, this meeting will give you a clear idea about who Milesight is and what are the core values of Milesight products. So today's topic will be 4 parts: the Milesight Profiles, cameras, NVR, and the software. And firstly, let's go to the Milesight Profiles. Maybe Milesight is new to some of you. Here I will have a brief introduction about Milesight company first. Milesight is a global CCTV manufacturer with its R&D center and production center located in Xiamen City. And we have Xiamen City. And we have a USA branch and the South Korea branch to provide faster and better local services. We have professional H.265 plus surveillance to customers under different applications. And in this severely competitive civilian markets, Milesight survived and kept a decent growth rate more than 45% every year. This main reason is because we have a clear positioning of ourselves in this market, which is to be a different Chinese company, which is R&D based, customer oriented, aiming at providing more added value. You could see from the timeline, after year 2015, every year we launch products, for example, the PDZ bullets, 180-degree panoramic mini bullets to distinguish ourselves in the market and provide more value-added product for the market. And from the past year's feedback and the growth rates, Milesight products are well received in the global market. These products now become the name card of Milesight and specified in global markets. This year, we are planning to introduce more innovative products like smart traffic bullets with built-in radar. This is really rare in the market. And also some other products, for example, the 180-degree panoramic mini dome extra. And when these new products are ready, we will have officially marketing promotion on website, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, and newsletters. And welcome to follow up our social media platform to have the latest news. Sorry, it seems we have a new participant. And this slide is about company structure. What makes Milesight outstanding is that we are a R&D based company which design and develop all products by ourselves from software and hardware, dedicating in providing quality and valuable products with prompt response from Milesight team. And we think highly of the product feedback from our customers, which driven us to improve ourselves constantly. And as you can see here, there are 3 main centers involved in our company: the sales and marketing center, the R&D center, and the production center. And these 3 centers are working closely with high efficient and fast response. And R&D is our base. And we have more than 50% of employees are from our R&D center. And every year, there will be 15% of the investment from sales revenue from R&D centers for the development work. And this production center's theme is to make sure the products you received is the one we expect. They have been doing a great job to keep the defective rate less than 0.7% for 9 years. And for every product we manufactured, we have strict quality control and full camera testing to make sure the product is of good quality. And the last part is about the sales and the marketing center. They are the front line who taking care of partners, supporting partners, no matter from sales, marketing, or the technical support aspects. They also work closely with our R&D center to gather the valuable feedback from our partners and also the markets. So these three centers are working tightly and closely, aiming to provide the qualified and easy to use products for global customers. I think now you may have a general understanding about Milesight company. And here I'd like to share you some project reference for different kinds of applications. Firstly is the education field in USA and Saudi Arabic, and the finance in Iran Bank and the Malaysia M Bank, which have a project with more than 2,000 pieces. And healthcare in Australia and the residential in Turkey. This is one of the biggest residential in Turkey. And a gas station in Thailand and security in Jordan for government projects. And also for airport government in Amman and the railway project Turkey industry in Nigeria. Okay, now let's go to the second part, the Milesight camera. I will introduce you some highlights for the camera part. You know, every company has its own icons in the market, and I believe one of Milesight icon is the image. You know, after 9 years accumulation, we optimize our image quality step by step to strengthen this icon. So in this part, I would like to introduce it by 4 slides and some videos to have you a better understanding about it. Okay. The first part is about some basic but critical features for judging a camera. For example, the resolution, larger resolution. Currently, we have the resolution range from 2 megapixel, 2, 4, 5, up to 4K 12 megapixel high resolution. Let's share it in a video which is shooting by our client. So this is a transportation demo. You can see clearly for the road, the vehicle, and also the building. You can see how sharpness it is. This is for 4K resolution. And next is the angle of view. To see wider is also critical for the surveillance system. And currently for Milesight, we have a full range of angle of view product. For example, 120 degree, this is regular camera, and we have a special very pro series which could up to 180 degree, and of course we have 360 degree, which is a fisheye camera. And here I'd like to show you one of my favorite product, which is 180 degree, which is a mini bullet. Very small size, but it's very powerful. This is a video from our clients in Taiwan. You know, for conventional surveillance, in this scenario, there may be need 2 or 3 cameras, but with this camera, just single one, so it's really useful. And third part is a longer distance, which is optical zooms. Currently, Milesight have a long range of optical zooms from fixed lengths to 3 times and up to 42 times optical zoom, which is really, really far. And lastly is about higher frame rate. Basically, this is used for special projects, for example, the car license recognition. So you can use like 60, 90, or 120 frame to capture a more clear view. And another aspect is the night view. You know, all Milesight camera are equipped with latest Sony Starlight sensor. And to have an even better night view, we also do a lot of optimizations. For example, the low light noisy control. And of course, as you can see, the smart IR2, the special IR LED control to have even IR light spreading. Like in this scenario, you can see the polar bear. The light is really spread. You can see the century and also the corner part. And we can also see a video demo for this starlight performance. This is other brand's low light performance. In the low light 0.0032 lux. You can also see the color and also even the trees. Basically, for human eyes, it's really hard to recognize the license on the trees. And of course, for a 0.2 lux, this is what human eyes can hardly recognize. You can see even the details of the trees or the characters. Okay, the next one I'd like to share about some features which will help to handle complex light environments. And the first one is the WDR. You know, the WDR is a feature to optimize in high contrast lighting situations. And the Milesight WDR level is up to 140 dB. Let's see a video to check how this 140 dB performs. This is from a garage. This is when WDR off. You can hardly read the car license or the pipe. There is a pipe in around this corner, and you can hardly tell the girl's dress. And this is how it performed when the WDR is on. Now you can see clearly the car license, the girl's dress, or even the Milesight logo. And of course, in the corner you can see the pipeline and the color, the red color. So this is really useful in parking lot solutions. And yes, some of you may notice that in fact this video is shooting in fact it's in 5 years ago. 4 years ago. So latest we have a Super WDR Pro technology, which has a 3-in-1 technology. You know, like 5 years ago, you can see the dark place and the overexposure place, but in this 3-in-1 technology, you can see a clear image even the object is moving. Because regular WDR is just 2-in-1, but with our 3-in-1 technology, you can see clearly from the moving object, like the picture showed. I'm not sure if you can read, but from here the boy's face is a little blurred. But when Super WDR Pro is enabled, you can very easy to tell how the boy looking on the face. So this is another advanced features with 3-in-1 Super WDR Pro. And another features, for example, the highlight compensation, which is usually, especially at nighttime, from the headlights to enhance the license plate reading. And also backlight compensation. This is more like a customization mode. You can choose anywhere from the image how should they exposure to have the correct image as you like. Okay, and last is about some other advanced features. For example, the first one is high quality deep blur. This is a technology we just released last year. This is a feature to help have less blur, especially for moving objects. Okay, so for the second one is comprehensive defogging. This is also a video shooting by our, I think it's Iran clients. This is in real projects. Our customer give a very good feedback, so they help to take a video for this defogging feature. As you can see from the video, now the defog is off. You can hardly read the pipe. You can hardly see the details here, this part or these parts. But when the defog is on, now you can see clearly from the participants on near distance, which is really good, especially for factory projects. They send us this feedback to have it on a website. I think this is really good clients. And also electronic image stabilization and the P-iris control. Electronic image stabilization is a feature to allow you to have a more stable image, like you may know in some bridge or some transportation projects. And P-iris is a very useful feature because it can change the iris according to the light condition automatically. As you can see now, this is P-iris on. You can see the near side and also the far side, the trees details, and also the Milesight logo. But when the P-iris is off, you can see currently I can only see the logo in the near side, but for the far side it's hardly to read the leaves, the tree trunk. And some other features like auto back focus feature, which is for box model, and also cradle modes, which is of costly for cradle or for some like highway or regular path surveillance. So as you can see, the low light performance, the larger resolution, bigger angle of view, or super WDR, we accumulate a lot of experience during the 9 years image optimizations. Okay, so the second part is about distinctiveness. And the first one is LPR. When we start to thinking about LPR camera, we want to developing an LPR camera. We did a lot of research on the market. Okay, so there are many kind of products. For example, the front end solutions or the back end server solutions, or the highway solutions or the parking lot solutions. There are many similar products in the market. But like I just mentioned, we accumulate a lot of experience in the image quality. So we decided to develop a LPR camera, a universal LPR camera, which will apply to as many as possible applications. For example, our camera, you can use our cameras in like parking lots or in regular roads or even in highway recognition. And with the help of, for example, the 180-degree high frame rates, low light performance, reading 3-in-1 super WDR performance, and the deblur feature, Smart IR2 technology, highlight compensation, we are confident to release this kind of product. So this is our LPR camera. And other features, for example, this is a standalone. This is a standalone because the LPR, the algorithm is built in the camera. And the accuracy rate is more than 95%, which is really high. And the speed, like I said, it could be used in the highway. So the speed could be up to 120 kilometers per hour. And this is our Milesight LPR solution. And the first I want to concentrate is its all-in-one web page management, which means the camera could work in a standalone mode, which means no need another backend like VMS or CMS or NVR, no need. You can just put a camera into the project, and the configuration is in the website. You can also have, for example, the black or white list management. You can customize any license as you like. For example, here you can customize this license into a white list and connect the gateway control into the camera. So when this car coming in, the gateway control will just open the barrier. And you can, if you insert a SD card, because camera do not have a SD card inside, you can also have the videos or the snapshot including the small license picture or the car picture, and of course the videos you like. And you can do the blur search as you like just in the single web page. So this is standalone Milesight LPR camera. But like I said, we are doing a universal solution. We also have NVR and CMS. Of course, if you like, you can also management like two Milesight LPR camera or 3 Milesight LPR camera in VMS, in Milesight VMS or in Milesight NVR. Another series which distinguish our Milesight from other manufacturers is the PTZ series, including 3 models from the entry level, which is a mini PTZ bullet, a 12 times mini PTZ bullet. This is really special. Can I import a license plate list from an Excel file? Of course, yes. This is very good question. The all-in-one web page means you can basically do everything. For example, you can customize the license for black whitelist, or you can import. We have templates you can find in the web page. We have templates, and you can upload. You can edit the Excel and upload into the camera web page. So you can have list management by manual or batch uploading. There's no problem. More than 10,000. How many license plate can I import? If you connect with NVR, more than 10,000 license could be uploaded. But for camera, for single one camera, currently we suggest no more than 3,000. Okay, because it's added by just SD card. Okay. Okay, so go back into the PTZ series. So we have different levels of PTZ camera. The first one is entry level, which is 12 times mini PTZ bullets. And I believe this is really special because many clients, we get feedback from our global markets. This is really simple because not many manufacturers have this kind of model. It's mini PTZ bullets, but in fact it's really powerful. For example, the optical zooms can up to 12 times. And what's more, this is a 360 angular span. So this is for entry level, 2 and 5 megapixel available. And for middle level, we have mini PTZ dome, which is a little higher compared to the mini PTZ bullet. For example, you have a 4K resolution, and also the optical zoom can up to 20, even to 23 times. And which is more useful is that this mini PTZ bullet, mini PTZ dome, is really faster. It's faster than the mini PTZ bullet. I mean, the road, the tilt, the speed is faster than the PTZ dome. Even have the same speed as the speed dome. And the last model is speed dome. This is our professional series. The resolution from 2.5 to 4K resolution, and the optical time start from 23 times, 30, 36, and even to 42 times, which equipped also with laser LED. And besides the hardware, we also developed some software feature. For example, the PTZ privacy mask, which is also called 3D privacy mask. For example, because the PTZ, you can move the lamps as you like, so you can customize some specific areas, have a privacy mask, and then just tilt to whatever you like. And the next time when you pan or tilt into this area, the privacy mask is still there. It's just like a 3D privacy mask. Another very user-friendly design is the 3D positioning. If you log onto, for example, the web page or the NVR, you can easily control it by your mouse. You can scroll the mouse or click into the area, or even drag the mouse. Very easy to use. So this is our PTZ series. And the next series is about the panoramic series. In fact, including two models. The first one is the 180-degree panoramic mini bullet, which is really small. The size is really small. And like the image quality I have shown in the first slide. And now in this slide, I want to concentrate on the fisheye camera, which have 5 and 12 megapixel two edition. Firstly, let's check the image quality. About 360 fisheye camera. This is just 5 megapixel. And this is one of our image testing room in our headquarters. So this is this is panoramic view. Panoramic view. You can see the clarity of this image. And this is a night view, which is totally no light, no light in this environment, but just only the LED. So you can see there is no blind spot or overexposure spot. This is 5 megapixel. And also we have some highlights for the fisheye. For example, we have two compatible modes, the bundle stream mode and the multi-channel mode. Let me firstly introduce you the bundle stream mode. What is bundle stream mode? The bundle stream mode will just string the camera RTSP into like just one single channel. For example, in here you can see the fisheye camera provide one original and 3 error view. But when sending to VMS or NVR, it's just in like one channel. In one channel. This is what we call the bundle stream. Bundle stream. And also another stream mode is multi-channel mode. Same example, for example here, one original and 3 errors. And when sending to like VMS or CMS, it will just separately send the 4 streams to backend. The reason why I want to introduce, because fisheye is a very special mode, special camera used in some high-end projects. And currently we did research on the market. Not all of other manufacturers have these two modes at the same time. Mostly are multi-channel modes, and some of them are bundle stream mode. But from my side, you can switch as you like. These are two compatible modes for the fisheye. And another is about the onboard and client board developing. You know, the original view of fisheye is just like a fisheye view. So the developing is a problem. From my side, we provide at the same time both solution, the onboard solution and the client side solution. Onboard solution, apparently, the camera will just provide the stream in bundle stream or multi-stream. The already developed stream for the VMS or the NVR. And also we provide the client side developing, which is you can, for example, the camera just provide the original view, and you can do the developing in the web page, camera web page, or in the NVR monitor, or in the app. You can customize into the display mode as you like, and we support very rich display modes, up to 9 display modes. At least 9 channels. This is available in app and the camera web page or even the NVR. So this is for fisheye, for panoramic view. Okay, next, let's go into the intelligence part, because you know we just more concentrate on the image quality and some hardware features. And in this part, I would like to show you some software intelligent part. For example, the VCA. Currently, we provide our customer 10 kinds of VCA. Let's share it in a video. And all these features is free. You can directly get these features by the web page. Totally 10 kinds of VCA events. And it's still adding, in this year, we will adding even more features. For example, the AI. So the first is the region entrance. You can customize a region. And once a person entered, moving object entered, it will trigger. And similarly, this is region existing. And if there is, for example, the moving leaves, for example, the plant leaves, it will not trigger. This is advanced motion detection. This is advanced mode for motion detection, because, for example, here now you can see the leaf moving, it will not trigger. But when the moving objects come close, it will not trigger. So basically, the camera will learn from the environment to have the correct align. And this is temporal align. It's supporting the block, as you can see, the block, or the scene changes, And of course, if the camera is unfocused, it will also send the alarm signal. And next one is the line closing. You can customize a line, and from A to B or to B to A or both sides, you can custom by yourself. So only when the correct direction, the camera will trigger line. And loitering, you can customize a specific time when people coming into the trigger area. And now there's human detection. You can enable it, and the camera will also show the tracks. And this is a very useful feature. The people counting features, especially in currently many supermarkets will need this feature to counting how many people inside this room. We support to provide data, for example, in, out, and even the capacity just from camera side. And object left and remove. This is for object left. You can see the background is really complex, but the camera can still recognize the object when it is left or removed. Okay, so this is for the VCA application. The next one is another two features, not a standard feature, but very useful. For example, the heat map. Yes, I believe most of you already know this feature, and we support this feature in panoramic series. I mean 180-degree mini bullets or the fisheye camera. You can have the heat map data in, for example, in dialog, in a picture mode, or in Excel mode, as you like. And another feature is about the auto tracking feature, which is only available in PDZ or fisheye, because fisheye we have software. So this auto tracking is about hardware, the PDZ camera, or the fisheye, the software, the software checking. I'd like to share you with a video which is taken by our, I think is Denmark client, very good friend of ours. So you can see this is when auto checking is enabled. And not only the people checking, it will also the vehicle, the car, the vehicle. Even have block, it can work. And with VCA, the people counting, can I know how many people are inside in a area? This feature is not supported because the people counting is usually, you know, the scenarios is, for example, the camera shooting in a door, and you can counting how many people in and out. So it don't have the ability to calculate how many people inside an area. Okay, but we have a capacity function. For example, now 10 people coming and like 3 people come out, so you will have seven people left. This is for one single camera. And you know, in this pandemic environment, we are about to release another feature for our software to calculate several cameras at the same time. So you can have a total image of how many people inside, for example, inside a supermarket, and also can send some alarm signals, which is also very useful. All these intelligent features are present in all models cameras. Yes, all these intelligent features, these 10 kind of VCA, including people counting features, is available for all Milesight cameras, from Mini to Pro, all series, and by free. We don't need to require for extra charge. It is free. And in future, new features will be added. And you can online upgrade to have it, because the next topic I will talk about the simplicity. So the next topic is about the simplicity. Currently, we support a very rich web page access. For example, the Safari. The Safari, I mean the Apple system, the Mac system, and the IE, the Windows IE, the Firefox, the Edge, or even the Chrome. And we provide in a plugin-free mode, HTML5 streaming, which means that when you're accessing the camera, is no need to install plugin. You can directly have the screen. It's really useful, user-friendly. And another one is online upgrade. Like I said, you can do the online upgrade for the cameras. And you know, our cameras, our company is R&D based. So like I just mentioned, you can just upgrade the camera to have even more features by free. Okay. And here I like to show you a very good example, because last month we released a good feature which calls RTMP protocol. The RTMP protocol is a live stream protocol which can be used, for example, the Facebook live stream or the YouTube live stream, the studio. You can upgrade our camera and just by a very simple enable and input the username passwords into the camera, and then this camera could acting like an online stream camera, and it's free, no need any license. Because with the pandemic now, more and more online feature is asked. For example, the classroom, the online education, or the online church. You can even find it on internet. There are many church is online now, and many of our projects now is using this RTMP feature, which is really good. And you can directly upgrade our camera to have this RTMP feature. And next topic is about the interoperability. For single camera, it will not combine a total project. So for Milesight camera, we did a lot of integration with a third-party VMS. Basically the major player in the VMS market. For example, the Milestone, the Network Optics, Video Insight, Article Luxury, and so on. You can find our Milesight protocol in the VMS. And of course, we also support OnView protocol. For example, OnView G, OnView Profile G, QS, and T. This is really rich, which means you can also add our cameras by the OnView into third-party VMS. And of course, some other features here list IP version 6 and also SIP. This is some feature that we already implement like 6 years ago. So it have a really flexible interoperability. And for the hardware, we have mini series to Pro series, and of course the Pro series can have the vandal-proof features or waterproof features. But basically, we also upgrade our mini series to have IP and IK features. And also all of Milesight camera working from temperature range from -40 degrees to 60 degrees. And for some Pro series, for example, the Speed Dome will also provide 6 kilowatt surge protection for some harsh climates. And lastly, for some railway, for some transportation project, we provide the EM50155 protocol for the transportation projects. Okay, another part for the structure is the user-friendly. I just mentioned that image is one of our Milesight icon. And also, I also believe another icon is that's the design, because we have a whole system. We have software and hardware R&D. Here is an example for the Pro Dome. I will show you the philosophy of our hardware design, which is the user-friendly, which will save the effort of installations. This is our concept of developing hardware. For example, this is a Pro Dome. There are many features. For example, we provide 2 editions: the white color edition and also the black color edition, and many features. But here I want to concentrate at the clamshell design. We upgrade by step, but the design, the main topic is the same. the installation, the effort-saved installation feature. And in this model is something we called clamshell design, which we were released like 5 years ago. What is clamshell design? You can see from here, because inside the camera there are many interfaces. For example, the SD card, the reset button, align inputs and output I/O, and the audio I/O, and Ethernet port. Many interfaces inside the camera. So we want to have. So with the help of clamshell design, you can find yourself a very large space for cable management. So this is really user friendly. In fact, like I said, we released this camera like 5 years ago, but currently, especially in recent years, we find more and more manufacturers use this design because it's really good for installers. And another concept is the metal, the installation metals. For example, the junction box here at this part, you can see there is a metal in this part. When you real installation, you can directly install the metal into the ceiling. It's just a metal. You can fix the metal into the ceiling, and then fix the camera body, because the speed dome, the pro dome is also kind of heavy for some people. So you can just firstly install the metal. It's just a metal into the ceiling, and then fix the camera body into the ceiling. And you will find yourself a very large space for the cable management. So during the whole installation, you will find yourself with very easy installation, which is really good. We also receive many good feedback from our clients for this design. Okay, and another structure I want to show you is for the bullet. This is 180 mini bullet. And yes, it's mini, but very, like I said, it's very powerful. It supports a 180-degree panoramic view. So we do a special design for LED to have the even spread for the IR performance. And also here, I want to concentrate the 3-axis mechanical design, because you can find this 3-axis mechanical design in even all our bullets. In all our bullet cameras, for example, the pro bullets or the mini bullets, you can find this 3-axis this language in all of our bullets, because it's really easy to use. You can just rotate this to rotate this part to adjust the angle to any view as you like, and then just rotate it back to fix the angle. Very easy to install. And similar for the base part, you will see, in fact, this is junction box, but just like the pro dome, the metal, the installation metal, the base metal, this junction box could acting just like the metal. So for real scenario, you will find, firstly, you just need to install this part, this junction box into the wall. This is really small. Install it into the wall and do the cable management here, and then just fix this camera body into the base, because now don't have clamshell design, but we have another very patented design, which is called the point tech power supply. So you can directly separate the camera base and the camera body, do the cable management, and then lastly fix the camera body into the base, which is a very smart design. And also save effort. So this is the structure advantage of Milesight. So lastly, for the camera, let's go to a brief view of our series. Currently, we have such series. For example, the mini series, we have mini series including the mini dome and also the mini bullets. For the mini dome, we have indoor edition, which also have IR equipped with IR LED. And for outdoor edition, we have the vandal-proof mini dome, vandal-proof mini dome. Basically, this have a cover, and this without the color. For example, it's like a turret. So this is to IP and IK outdoor use mini dome. And the third one, the last one for the mini dome is AF motorized. This is basically a vandal-proof AF motorized edition of vandal-proof mini dome, including totally 4 models. And the 3 mini bullets, including fixed lens, a small edition, very clean edition of mini bullets, and long IO edition of mini bullets, and lastly the vandal-proof motorized edition of mini bullets to combine the mini series. And for the Pro series, including the Pro dome, Pro bullets, including 2 models, the Pro bullets and also a 12 times AF lens Pro bullet. And lastly is a Pro box, ABF Pro box. And another series, the PDZ series, like I said, I mentioned in the PDZ part, including the entry level, the middle level, and the Pro level. And the panoramic series, the panoramic mini bullets and 360 panoramic fisheye. And lastly is about LPR. We provide a rich line of LPR camera, including the mini series to Pro series, ABF, and eventually, and even we provide a PDZ series for the LPR camera. So this is the product line for Milesight Camera. So the third part is about Milesight NVR. And similarly, I will introduce it in several aspects. So the first part is about the display, because for backend, as you know, especially for our cameras, the resolution goes higher and higher. So we want to have, we develop a very good performance, especially for the decoding features. For example, for our NVR, it supports maximum 16 channels for HD decoding at the same time. What it means, it basically equal like 4-channel 4K decoding at the same time. This is really powerful by the decoding performance. But in fact, this is just for some very special scenario, because also basically when camera connecting, it will have 2 screens, the main and sub screen. So for live view, you can have sub screen live view. NVR will just switch automatically to the sub screen. So the performance is okay. And also we support a multi-video output. For example, you can connect 2 monitors, the main monitors and the sub screens. So you can, for example, the main monitors just for playback or for live view, but the second one for alarm output, for alarm monitor. Or you can check this for live view, the main monitors for live view, and the second one for settings, as you like. It will be like you buying 1 NVR, but you have 2 monitors, just like 2 NVR managing at the same time with 1 NVR. And of course, H.265, in fact, it's H.265 plus compression technology. And the next one is the simplicity. One feature is let's plugging and play for PoE cameras. You can directly plug the camera into the NVR. So the NVR will assign the IP, activate the camera, assign password, and also do some connections to have directly plug-in and play features. And yes, many other features, many factors have this feature. But for us, we do even more, because you know, Usually when you plug in a camera, this camera will have individual LAN. This internet can only stay inside the MAR, which means you can hardly reach the camera by the real IP, because this network can just inside the MAR. So for our R&D team, we introduced a feature which called the virtual host. And by the help of this virtual host feature, the camera, you can directly access into the camera web page by the MAR, because the MAR now acting more like an agency, a virtual host. So you can directly access into the camera if you want to configure like some advanced features like zip or whatever you like. This is a very useful feature for plugin and play. And of course, MAR also support online upgrades, and this online upgrades means you can upgrade for the MAR by itself, or you can upgrade the camera, the camera which is connected to the MAR. You can also upgrade it. And the third one is about the flexibility. Here is three factors which I want to share with you. The first is about the flexible storage options. Usually the MAR is for local storage. So for example, if you buy a MAR, you decided to install the hard disk into the MAR. But for some special projects, the project require for a longer record time. But the hard disk you cannot add in extra because the slot is a fixed one. And if at this scenario we provide a NAS feature, which allow the client to add the NAS into the MAR to acting just like a local storage. So you can have a longer recording time, the NAS feature. Okay, another feature is about the dual string recording. The MAR can record the main string or substring or both string at the same time. Typical scenario is that you can record both string if you like. So for example, for local live view, you can have a main string, but for remote live view, you can select a substring. This is a dual string recording. But yes, both string record will cause some hard disk space. So ultimately, we release a transcoding features. And with transcoding feature, with the help of transcoding feature, you can directly only record the string you like. For example, the 4K resolution. But in remote access, for example, the web page or the app, mobile app, you can transcode the string, the 4K resolution, into a smaller resolution and bitrate and frame rate as you like, because remote connection may be not so good network condition. In this environment, you can use these transcoding features to have a better a smoother image streaming transcoding feature. And the next feature is about reliability, because for a backend server, the stable is most important. And for my side, we support some features, for example, the horsepower features, N+1 horsepower features, and the ANR features, automatic network replenishment features. For hospitals, you can, for example, you have in some project you can have some master MARs, and also you have a slave MAR, And when one of the master NVR, for example, become faulty, fall down, and the slave one will just running immediately to take over the job. And after the master NVR go back online, the slaver could just send back the data back into the master. And similar for the AR. AR is a similar feature. For example, when the connecting about the camera to the connection is disconnected, so the camera will just record the data into SD card. And when the network restored, the camera will just send the recorded data into the NVR. This is more like an edge recording. So both features is for like a horsepower. One is from NVR to NVR, and another one is for camera to NVR. Very stable, to make it a stable, more stable purpose. And next feature is about the network. For some Pro series, for example, the Pro 7000 series and the Pro 8000 series, we provide dual giga LAN network ports. And we provide 3 modes for these 2 LANs. The multi-address, both 2 LANs can have a different IP. So for one of the IP, you can add for local cameras, and another IP you can access from public IP. This is multi-address mode, or acting like load balance mode. These both LAN port can working in a same IP, but the string will come at the same time to have a balanced load purpose. And lastly is about network fault tolerance. And similar to multi-address, the NVR, this NVR will have 2 LAN, but with one IP, or only one IP. And for regular use, this IP will working. But once the main port is become faulty, the backup LAN will take over the job. This is for network fault tolerance feature. This is for network connection. And for the record data, we provide radar features for our NVR. It now support radar 0, radar 015610. And lastly is about the system. It's about the NVR firmware system. From our side, we have special structures. From the software, all NVR have two systems. For example, if one system becomes faulty, you can press the reset button a little bit longer. You will hit, for example, regular resets. You need to press the reset button for 50 seconds. But if you press the longer, for example, 30 seconds, the NVR will working in another backup systems. This is really useful because in some other manufacturers, they will use something like USB to restore the system. But from our side, because all NVR have two systems, so you can directly just switch the systems, the backup systems. And another part is about the intelligence. Basically, the NVR have all the features from just similar to the camera. For example, the auto checking or the menu checking. You can manually select the object on the NVR to checking, or the heat map functions, fisheye auto checking, or fisheye developing, the client side developing. And of course, the smart VCA features, 10 kind of VCA, and more features will be added. And enterprise ANPR management. This is a LPR solution. Like I mentioned in the camera part, our camera is standalone. solution. But if you like to manage it like two cameras, AMPR cameras at the same time, you can use our Milesight NVR to manage several cameras at the same time, and you can upload up to 10,000 lists at the same time into the NVR hard disk. And lastly, file structure. We have a Pro series and the Mini series. For Pro series, you can see we have a range of interfaces and support the standard of 1U rack, 1U 1.5U and 2U rack for different series. And for Mini series, you can see this is most mini size of our NVR, the Mini 1009 9-channel edition. The size is almost same size as a mobile phone, so it's really useful for small solution, also whole solution. And for this Mini, we have a special thermal design. Inside it has an intelligent fan to have the heat go outside, meanwhile keep the NVR down, but at the same time it's really silent. And hard installation structure support from 1.5U to 2U at the same for different series. I/O model are expandable. Yes, we support LAN I/O for the Pro series. 16 channels LAN input and 4-channel LAN output. You can select as you like, and at the same time, NVR support connecting the camera alarm input and output, which means the alarm input and output can be directly connected by the NVR, or you can connect the alarm inputs or outputs into the camera. And NVR can also manage the alarm inputs or outputs on the camera side. This is alarm input and output feature. And this is an overview of the NVR series, including NVR and PoE NVR. And for NVR part, we have 3 modes: the 4-channel mode, really entry-level mode, and 9-channel. This is a small size, iPhone size, a mobile phone size NVR, maximum support 9-channel. And have a larger one, which is has a larger space for a hard disk. This is for 3.5 hard disk, and this is for 2.5 inch hard disk. And for Pro series, we have 5,000, 7,000, and 9,000 series. 1U, 2 hard disk, 1.5U rack, and 4 hard disk. And lastly, we have 2U. Most Pro series, the channel will be up to 64 channels, and the hard disk up to 8 hard disks. And lastly, is about the PoE part. The Mini series, the 4-channel. The 4-channel have 2 series. One is 4-channel, one is 9-channel, but with actual 5 regular camera connection. So 4 PoE ports and the 5 normal switch camera connection combined to a 9-channel. And Pro series have 8 to 16 channels edition, and this 7 series maximum support 24, 16 and 24 PoE ports for 7,000 series. The last part is software, including the Smart Tools, CMS, and the Milesight Pro. Firstly, is a small tools, the smart tools, which is used to search configuration and also configurations. This is a very small software, but it's really useful for installers. For example, if you have this is smart tools. Three major tools included IPC tools, OMR tools, and calculators. IPC tools you can use to batch setting. For example, if you have a project, for example, 400 cameras, and you can directly do the batch settings. For example, set initial IP, and the smart tool will just add the IP one by one automatically. And also do smart searchings, video resolutions, audio system user, and OSD, and so on. And the preview. Preview is a very good feature because if you have many cameras, you just input the password and then just display. It will easy to tell which camera is which one is which. And the upgrade, you can do a batch upgrade from smart tools. And if you like, you can also like export, like export the device list if you like, and similar the OMR tools. Similar. And lastly is about the calculators, including calculators for cameras. For example, you can add the OMR as you like, and select the primary rate, the bit rate, and calculate how many camera can this OMR handle. And similar, you can select like cameras, and select the OMR. Then it will calculate how many OMR it is required. And lastly, I think this is the most useful one because you can add the camera, and then you can calculate, for example, by given space, I have, for example, 10 terabytes, and it will record like 1 month, how long time. Or if you like to record 2 months, you can calculate how large the space is required. So this is about smart tools. And of course, you can find some advertise in the login page. We will online upgrade the advertise on the smart tools. And next is central management software. This is a software only for connecting Milesight NVR and Milesight Camera. For example, if you have several NVR, if you have several NVR and you can manage them at the same time in both Windows or Mac system, Apple system, and you can add the camera, Milesight Camera or NVR. Milesight NVR or camera by the IP or by the P2P or by Milesight DDNS. Yes, we also provide our Milesight DDNS. And also by P2P, you can directly enable the P2P on the NVR part and enable the P2P feature and add into the CMS. And there's also some other features, for example, smart analysis. Currently only the LPR, but in future, in next month, we will also add some feature, for example, the people counting analysis, capacity analysis, and so on. And other feature, for example, the IMAP functions, you can do two layers IMAP onto the CMS, so you can easily check which one have a line or which one have video. You can double click to have the video at real time. So this software basically for Milesight devices, for example, the AMIA and the camera. And in fact, I didn't put another part of our software, which is a VMS part. In fact, we also have a can I modify all settings camera AMIA in P2P mode? Yes. Let me check. I think so. Currently don't have a P2P devices. Always by P2P. And the answer is yes. In the first stage, you know, like 1 years ago, when we firstly published the P2P features, the first edition we just realized the string features, which means when you're adding the AMIA by the P2P, you can only get the string or get the playback string. But lately, when our P2P is much more stable, and from the feedback, the P2P is also very smooth, very stable. We add more features. For example, the configuration features. The configuration features. You can configure. Sorry, I don't have. Sorry, I don't have the real amount on this VMS. But you can test if you like. We provide online demo. You can find the online demo on our web page. And you can find the login info for AMIA. You can have many online demo, for example, the camera demo, AMIA demo, PC demo, Python demo, or even the fisheye demo. And if you like, you can directly log in with the provided user info. And there is a and also our AMIA support plugin free. This is a Chrome browser. You can directly play the string as you like, and you can check on the settings on the network. This is remote connection. You can get the P2P features by scan this QR code, or you can add by the MAC address into the CMS, so you can find it's easy to configure the metadata or get the string or playback. Okay. So this is for CMS, but in fact there is also one VMS because CMS only used to adding like the Milesight NVR and Milesight Camera, but for VMS, I mean the VMS is used to management the video, to record the video for the Windows system, and to add, for example, the OnViv, the third-party OnViv system. In fact, we have this kind of. I'd like to share you with the app. You can download from Google Play or the iOS for this Milesight Pro app, and it supports many features. For example, the client-side developing. I mean, you can develop the camera by the mobile phone CPU to have, for example, a VR experience, and you can control the YLED and the support maximum 64 channel live view and 4 channel playback at the same time. And of course, they support ads by IP and especially by P2P or Milesight DDoS. And like I mentioned, it supports transcoding features. Because for my mobile devices, the network may be not so good, so you can cropping. You can transcode the string into a low bit rate or low resolution for a better stream experience. And support alarm video push notification. You can do the settings, enable the notifications. So if camera or camera have alarm, you can receive the notification. And also have alarm output control. You can control if your camera or camera connected with alarm output. You can control the alarm output by your mobile app. And some other features, for example, quick playback and backup the capture image or video. Support up to 60 times digital zoom. So this is for mobile app, and this year we will release even more user-friendly and more faster, even faster more faster edition around end of July. A brand new app. Okay, so this is all for today's, and thanks for your time, guys. Hope to see you in next event. Okay, and you can follow us in LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook. Okay, so see you guys